Another submission victory in the record books for the all-time leader, Charles Oliveira. And he gets it done via a favorite of his, the rear naked choke. So stick around to the end of the video to see the breakdown of the Poirier finish, but first, we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to go all the way back to 2010, Oliveira's second UFC fight against Efrain Escudero, a tough wrestler who was 13-1 coming into the fight. It was no walk in the park by any means. But first, this video is brought to you with the help of the UFC's fastest growing cryptocurrency app, Crypto.com. And I have a special promo for you guys. If you download the app with my referral link, you get a $25 metal card bonus and 30 days of zero fees on credit and debit buys. Crypto.com is my recommended platform, and this promo is the perfect way to get your feet wet with cryptocurrency while supporting the channel. Again, use the link in the description, crypto.com/app/checkmate. And now back to the video. So Oliveira's going to get this nice takedown by catching a kick, getting an underhook on the right arm, running Escudero to the cage, and using the bound to lift and turn him. They end up in the open guard. Oliveira stands up, Escudero kicks him off, and goes for a single leg after sitting to a hip. Oliveira's not even going to try and defend the single leg. He's going to go straight for the back and get a half Nelson on Escudero's left arm. And when Escudero stands up, connects the hands, and tries to throw Oliveira to the ground, he's really just lifting him onto his back. Oliveira then gets the left hook in. Now the single leg has turned into a back take with a trapped arm. Oliveira has really long arms, and he'll go over the chin, create a tremendous amount of leverage and pressure, and it's good game at that point. Oliveira is especially good at doing this to wrestlers because they have a tendency to go to their knees in order to stand back up. You expose your back, even if it's for a second, Oliveira is going to capitalize on it. So he actually baits a lot of his opponents to do this. Let's talk about how he gets opponents to the ground in the first place, because although Oliveira does do single and double legs, he specializes in the body lock. There's usually two main ways to finish the body lock takedown. You can either step the corner and then hip bump the opponent, or you can sweep the leg with one of your own legs or with a knee. We see Oliveira do both. There's also other variations. We're going to look at some of them later, some in the Poirier fight that were very interesting. Let's look at a particularly impressive example against Jim Miller, a seasoned grappler who actually had a submission win over Oliveira prior to this rematch. Oliveira's going to block the kick, he's going to duck under and go in for the body lock, and he's going to turn the corner and get the back here, but they're out in the open, so he's going to want to get Miller down to the ground. He does the hip bump, but Miller grapevines a leg. Oliveira's just going to step around the grapevine, and then he's going to get him to the ground. Miller, again, really good grappler, he's going to go for a Kimura on the left arm of Oliveira, which is a common counter in this position. So what does Oliveira do? Well, as soon as Miller tries to crank the Kimura by moving to his left, Oliveira is going to put the right arm under the chin and get his right hook in. The hook is going to trap one of Miller's arms, defending the Kimura and threatening the rear naked choke. So again, Jim Miller, he's a black belt. He doesn't want Oliveira on his back. He's going to try to get him off. So what does he do? First, he blocks the left hook from getting in. He does that with the knee. Notice how it's raised up. And then he starts to turn in that direction so that he can end up on top and shake Oliveira off the back. Charles knows this. He's going to use this right arm again, which is now over the chin, to grip the shoulder. Miller is then going to use his right arm to post up and try to shake Oliveira off the top now. But it's no use. Charles notices this. He gets his right arm to post, and then notice the left arm, how quickly it's going to get a half Nelson. Again, the same thing he used in the Escudero fight to keep himself on the back. Quickly gets the left hook. To get the finish, notice how the left arm is going to lift up the chin, and then the right arm sneaks under. This is fundamental stuff, but it's just done at such a high level and so cleanly that it cannot be stopped. Finally, that brings us to the Dustin Poirier fight. So Charles went to the body lock multiple times in this fight, and he would get Dustin against the cage. Dustin was using a really strong whizzer with his right arm, and that's what was saving him. Oliveira tried in the first a Tani Otoshi, as it's known in judo. But again, the whizzer on the right arm of Poirier allowed him to counter the position. And then in round 2, Oliveira again got to the body lock against the cage. This time he just sort of tried dragging Poirier down to the ground. And again, the right whizzer of Poirier allowed him to do a whizzer kick. Even with that, Oliveira still got to the back. Dustin did a good job of standing up, turning, and shaking Oliveira off. Now in the third round, Oliveira is going to throw this right hand simply to get a reaction out of Poirier. Poirier tries to counter with the check right hook, which if you've ever seen Poirier fight, it's one of his favorite punches. In this circumstance, it's gonna really hurt him because Oliveira is gonna duck under the right hook, and now there is no whizzer anymore. Oliveira will get his first hook in, and then he's going to use his left arm to go inside the thigh of Poirier while the right arm goes around the neck, and this is going to give him the leverage he needs to jump to the back. He's going to get the left hook in, and right away he's going to try to remove the posting arm of Poirier, the right arm, so that he can't tripod and shake him off the top. Poirier does a good job of fighting the left hook and removing it with his elbow. Oliveira doesn't seem to mind. He switches to half back control, which almost seems better in this position to avoid getting shaken off the top. So they hand fight a bit, and again Poirier is really trying to shake him off the top, but Oliveira takes a second to adjust and push off the neck of Poirier. Eventually Oliveira gets the second hook back, and now he's in a great position. As we mentioned earlier, with these high level guys, we've seen it with Damian Maia, with Khabib, they don't need to be under the chin, they can just tap you out over the chin. So Poirier, props to him, he was trying really hard, he kept trying to fish the hand out. Oliveira would then readjust the choking arm, eventually got it under the chin, tucked the hand behind the head, and it was all over from there. Just a beautiful performance from Oliveira. If you found this video informative, smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and share it with your friends. It really helps out the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Check out some of my other videos on Oliveira, I'll leave them down below, and until next time, Checkmate MMA signing out. Peace. Cryptocurrency is taking the sports world by storm, and for good reason. Join the flagship sponsor of the UFC's fastest growing cryptocurrency app that is leading cryptocurrency adoption. Crypto.com has every product in the book, from buying $1 in Bitcoin to spending Doge on a metal Visa card. They're on every fight kit. Follow them on Twitter for crypto and UFC updates. And as I mentioned at the beginning of my video, I have a special promo for my viewers, crypto.com/app/checkmate.